Yes.
Is it okay to take a picture?
Yes, and this will be recorded and everything, so nothing is secret anymore. Social media.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. I think we'll start, so we'll have also time to practice. So, good afternoon, everybody. This is I had rumors that I would be giving a presentation on how to pass grade. I'm sorry to disappoint you. This is how to prepare for grading. Based on my own experiences, based on the advice that I have been given from different senseis. Okay, so this is kind of like I've collected 10 tips for you that are, I think, necessary for passing. There's many kinds of explanations of what you need for each downgrade to pass, and you can find in the internet, you can find very specific checkpoints that are listed that you should be able to fulfill in order to pass. But I'm not going into those details. I just listed on a very average level what is needed for each done level, and then I'm just giving the tips for overall preparing for any level of grading. Of course, when you proceed and when you go to the higher downgrades, it's more severe. There's more things to be taken care of. But this is kind of a simple way to put it. So that the first and second are levels of applying motorical skills. You have Kendo and good Ki, your outfit is okay, and so on. Then Sandan and Yondan is already the level of good skills, good technical skills. When you proceed to 5th and 6th dan, there should be already understanding of what you are doing. Okay? Not just doing the technical thing, but also sene and tame and that kind of concepts. And then Rokunan Nanaran, the Japanese term Jiri, technique here, G. And then the final master level, it should be a total integration of G and R technique. A simple way to put it. Okay, so the tip number 1. You should be clear with your goals. I've seen a lot of people postponing their gradings because they think that they are not ready. And we humans, we are not very good with time. We cannot understand it properly. We just postpone something in the future, and we don't understand that if you put something in front of you, it doesn't feel very critical at the moment like this. If you are 30s or like that. But 1 year difference when you are 50 or 55 or 60 can make all the difference. So postponing a grading for 1 year here will be having a big effect when you're, for example, preparing for that. So be clear with the goals. You have to make a decision. And the decision making always has the possibility of failure. So maybe that's one reason why people are not making their goals very clear. But you should have goals, otherwise you're just drifting. Then make a plan. It is a common saying that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So once you have decided that I will take the grading on a specific day, then you start making a plan. What shall I do in order to be ready on that day? And by the way, those who are taking the grading tomorrow, you can maybe shut your ears, because I'm not here to confuse you. Okay? The work is already done, so today just go home, rest, and do your best tomorrow. But for the future gradings. So this is I tried Hachidan for the second time last November, and this is my kind of like calendar of the last 3 months. So I made this like paper, and there's a box for each day, and then I was like checking what I think that is necessary for me to do in order to be fully prepared for it. And this is also a way to understand the time, because if you start, I started like late August. This is the last 3 months. Of course, I started earlier, but then you can see, okay, there's so many days, and I want to do this and this and this and this and this. And then you try to fit it. So this is basically, the blue dots are practices, the red dots are something else, mostly like running exercises. Then there's the yellow ones are seminars, and the green ones are rest. And then there are some notes that I like figured out during the process. Okay. Just like a memo that gives me that. This is my method. You can do whatever. I mean, we are different, but try to make a clear plan for you, which suits you, your thinking, your ideas. Then, okay, I said that I'm not going to reveal the secret of how to pass, but practice is the key point. If you want to pass the grading, please practice regularly. Okay? So, it's as simple as that. If you invest on something, it will grow. If you practice, you will get better, and then the possibilities of passing your grading are bigger. Okay? Number 4, find good teachers. We can do something by ourselves, but we need teachers. We are not an island. So we need help for people who are wiser and more experienced and have different views, so that they can give us. Iwatate Saburo Sensei, he's one of the most appreciated senseis. He's 83 at the moment. Runs a club in Chiba, Shofukan. I usually go there when he's one of my teachers. I consider Uwe Sensei as my teacher. Having this privilege of traveling here with him, I've learned many things. Not just Kendo, but everything else as well. Then it's not just the dojo. There's other teachers. This is my longtime partner, Mara, and she's the, how would I put it? She's the sharpest pencil of our family. So she's very clever, analytical. She knows me. I've had like I consider myself really lucky to meet her. She's been like helping me a lot. She's also a life coach and has this kind of coaching experience, so it's a very, very big support. Then it's not just you, it's a team. There is the whole society, the Kendo society behind you. It's supporting you and pushing you forward. But then it's also like a smaller amount of people who are supporting you and you're maybe practicing with them and sharing ideas and sweating together, having beer together, like that. So you have a team that is behind you. This is a very like comforting thought that you are not alone. So you have a team. This is my a picture from my dojo, and we have usually we have a Thursday mornings we have an asage. 5 to 10 people usually join the practice. On the morning when I was in Japan, just preparing for the training, they sent me this picture. Come back here, do your best, and it made me very happy. There's another small, maybe you recognize this guy over here. Yeah. A small town on the west coast in Finland. There's a dojo where time to time I go there. We practice together, just in order to prepare for gradings. And on this morning we went to, these are called the stairs of the champions. So we were running up and down and preparing. Another team. Then I think that video is one of the best ways to improve, because it's very like how would I say, it's very cruel. It tells you the truth, and it hurts to see yourself on a video. But it's very helpful for analyzing your movements and what you need to do in order to improve your technique. We have been doing a lot of like video, just like short videos of, okay, I will hit men and then kote men and something else in the morning practices, and then I'm just sending the videos for everybody. And people have been using them for their improvement. It's very, very nice. And it's also because you don't see yourself from outside. So it's another point of view, so it's very useful. So if you have a chance, use it. Fascinating. And it's not just the technique and kind of like this, what is visible, but we human beings, we are full of emotions and feelings and stress and anxiety, relief, and whatever. I have been using these kind of like cards. They are from there is a method called non-violent communication that is used for example, when there's like peace negotiation between countries who are in war. This method has been used there. It can be also used on an individual level, like when there is some sort of conflict with human beings. But anyway, the idea is that we have feelings. Behind the feelings there are some sort of needs that are not being fulfilled. And then once you recognize your feelings and think about what kind of needs create those feelings, then you can think that, okay, you can make a request either for somebody else or for yourself. These is maybe like 2 weeks before the grading, Hachida. I picked up these treatments, I was, in a way I was calm because I had been having a long preparation and it had been very nice. I was in a good shape and everything felt okay. But at the same time I was restless. I was anxious to get there and get over with the training. The time is quite long. And then I was suspicious because Hachidan is such a big wall that you need to climb. So, it's okay. I'm talking to I should be.
You try to stay calm.
Yes, yeah. Okay, great. Yeah. Yeah. So after. Oh, okay. There's a new technique. You have to stand like this. Okay. After figuring out these feelings, then I was like trying to figure out what I needed to deal with these emotions. So I needed clarity, trust, relaxation, and hope. Okay. Then I was using this kind of like mind map tool on a computer to then sort it out what I would do and how to cope with these feelings. Then again, this is my method. You might have another point of view. Some people are very like still like they don't need all this kind of like card base. But I found this very, very useful. Yeah. You can of course practice, but then when you are preparing for something that is not yet happening, you need to use your imagination. You can do image training, you can image how you will make the first match or the second match, and how you will prepare, how you will, what you will do in a day of the training. This is a picture from last November, Nippon Budokan. There's 1,000 people, 8 courts, and you are waiting for your turn. And this was my second time. I was already used to the system, how to register, how to get the paper, and go again, and warm up, and then wait for your turn. But the first time when I was taking the test was just to get to know the system. But the second time I was already like, I knew how the system worked. And I could like set my mind and I could imagine that, okay, I know that at 9 o'clock I will go to the hall, I will warm up a little bit, 9:30 there will be the registration and then I'm going to my court and so on. So it helped a lot. So if you use your imagination, you are preparing for things that you have. I mean, if something happens suddenly, but if you are prepared, so you are not taken by surprise, you can cope with the new situation. It's very necessary. Then it's the process. Once you have made the plan and set yourself to the idea that you will take the grading on a specific day, you just focus on the process. And it's very necessary to understand that there are things that you can control, but on the other hand, there are things that you can't control. my advice is that you concentrate on these things. Because these things will just cause you like problems. Yeah. For example, things that you can control. You can control yourself and your preparation. You can control the process. Control your attitude, your mindset, and your actions and your performance. But for example, you can't control the outcome. Outcome will come after you have taken the test. If you are like too fixed on the outcome, I need to pass, this will affect your performance. You are not really on the spot. You are already there waiting for the outcome. You should be there, present, now, with your opponent. You don't know who you're facing, so you can't control that. There is somebody attacking you, so you just need to cope with that. Okay? The fighting order, you can have like 2 matches in a row, or then 1 match and waiting time. So that's also something that just happens. So don't fix your mind too much on that. And then other external things like time. If you're a morning person and the training is in the afternoon, you can't control that, but you can control your preparation. Okay? Or vice versa, if you are an evening person and the training is very early, what will you do? It's not just focusing on the process, it's also trusting the process. This is maybe the difficult part, because you have your doubts. Someday you feel like, okay, this is going well. The other day it's like, I will cancel my flight tickets. This is what happened. But you need to trust the process. Once you set your heart and mind and everything on the training, just go, follow the process and trust it. It's said that if you give a small boy a hammer, the whole world will look like a nail. And it's the same with the training. Once you start to look something, start to prepare for something, you will be curious and you will start to see signs that will help you. Because you're like more alert. Some say that the universe will give you guidance, but it's just your mindset. You set your mind and start to prepare, you will get a lot of like input and you can use it for your benefit. It was 1 year when I was flying back from here, South Africa seminar, back to Europe. I watched a movie on a plane. It was called The Art of Racing in the Rain. Like a harmless movie, not very good, but it was really like interesting, because at the time I was already like taking the trainings and stuff like that. And it's in a nutshell, it's a film about the Formula 1 driver. And there's a race, and they are like expecting heavy rain, and they are discussing that how the drivers are coping with the heavy rain. And most of the drivers were really like nervous of losing the grip. And this guy, he said, okay, it's not like that. It's like his method was that he already like took his car off the road. Like it was already sliding, so he fixed his mindset. He was dealing with the idea of being nervous of losing the grip like that. And it's the same for like, and it kind of like was a good metaphor for grading as well. Everybody would be nervous. It's for sure. Everybody is nervous, but it's how you handle the fact that you're nervous. If you admit that you're nervous, maybe it helps. It's no good way of like coping with things like denying it. Just say, okay, I'm very nervous. But then it's like you're done with that. But it was like a I came across another like this is a book that was written I think already like in the 1970s, but just out of the blue I got this book on my hand, started to read it, and you can basically replace the word tennis. It's very interesting book, very simple to read, and it's well, it says here the ultimate guide to the mental side of people. Very nicely written a book by a tennis player, and he is there's really nice stories how you for example you hit the ball, it hits the net, and then like I missed that hit. Hit again, and you miss it. You hit the net or the ball, and you're like, this is not a good day. The third mistake is like, it's not a good week. The second one, it's like, maybe tennis is not. And the more you make mistakes, it goes into identity, and you end up the day of tennis like, I'm not good. This is what happens in Kendo as well, but it's a nice way how this guy kind of like explains how ego gets involved with the process of something physical. This is I have a background in design and art, so I also find like inspiration from there. This is one of the key figures in abstract expressionism that was like dominant art form under the World War II. This is Dutch-American painter, and he said that he's guided by mistakes. The process of painting is guided by mistakes. He said that it's more interesting to find out the mistakes and then follow them and try to get something out of it. It's also, I think it's a bit similar with Kendo. You make a mistake and then you start to think, okay, why is that? Why did I make this mistake? And then you can work. Henri Matisse is one of my favorite artists, French painter. This is there's a museum in Nice. I went there and he put it very nicely. I found this almost like a motto. He said that don't try to be original, be simple. Because at that time I was really like struggling with my Kendo, and I was trying to figure out what is the route that I should take. Then I went to the museum and I found this quote from him, and I think it's very nicely put and also could be used for Kendo. You don't need to be anything special. You do simple things correctly, technically correct. And then, if there is something inside of you, it will come out. It's just trusting the process. And once you follow and trust the process, and you climb up to the mountain, and you turn every stone in that given time and with the resources that you have. Even if you fail, you have no regrets. But if you have this kind of like second thoughts of, oh, I should have done that, I should have done this, and I'm not sure if the process is very like beneficial. Once you set your mind and do follow the process, never mind the result. It will be good for you, okay? And the time that you are following the process is actually very happy time. Because when we have a purpose and a goal, then we are like feeling our life and our Kendo practice is meaningful. So that's why it's necessary to have a goal and follow the process, follow the route that you plan to go. But you can consider the gradings as kind of like a gate that you try to enter. You knock on the gate, maybe you are let in. And then if you are let in, you are like, you have given a permission to grow to that grade. If you're not let in, you need to stay on this side for a while, a bit more and practice, and then knock again. This is a simple like way to put the kind of like the progress and the done levels. The gradings are necessary. They're like checkpoints for you, and they give you as I said, they give you goals and directions. But then again, is it just the gradings that will motivate you? I mean, it would take like minimum 34 years to reach the Hachi. Is it like motivating enough? I think it's this road that itself is motivating. You see yourself developing, and you see yourself changing, and your Kendo skills get better. There's many other things than just the grade. Markus Sensei, you saw the picture, and he put it in an interview of Kendo Jidai a year ago. He said like this, that the examinations are passing points, but there is no end. Kendo, it's the road, the way of the soul. And there's deeper things than just the ranks that we are after. So, I think it's necessary to ask yourself that what kind of Kendo you want to do. You have teachers to follow, maybe some Kendo cars that you like admire. They are like your idols. Follow them, and you want to copy their Kendo. And this is something that you should have an idea of what kind of Kendo you want to do. And to have something else and not just the cravings, maybe there is something deeper. This is actually Shinzen-ri. It is actually very often used with Kyudo, the Japanese archery. Okay, and but we also like, this is the motto in our wall in Kazaki Kendo. It's hanging over there. So this is our idea of what kind of like Kendo we would like to do in our dojo. It should be like honest, truth. In Kyudo, it means that, you know, once you release the arrow, you can't take it back. Same with Kendo, it's not fishing, it's you just go. So having kind of like a sincere Kendo. Then it's the manners, respecting each member of each member of society, the goodness. And beauty refers to the form, that you need to do nice looking Kendo. Because usually the beautiful Kendo is also strong Kendo. So this is kind of like a deeper idea of what kind of Kendo. It's funny, this is from Japan. Actually, Plato, 200 years ago, in Greece. These are the core values of Plato's philosophy. And it's nice that there is this connection of West and East. Perhaps you have come across with Fukaku. So the further you develop your Kendo, there is this, you develop your own way of doing. Of course, it's within we have the rules for Kendo. That's why we can practice it together. Okay? But you develop your own way of doing things. And then the process of Kendo develops your character. And then it's said that, okay, this person has. And it's maybe the same that Iwata Sensei was referring to. Okay, you are developing as a human being, as a person. This is also something that when you are having a keiko and you see somebody from the corner of your eye and you recognize the style. This is also part of the book. Some strong player and you just, let's see. There's something in the character that like stands out. Yeah. That's it. Big overtime already, but there's, I think, a few moments for questions and answers if you. Yes.
How does that grade work on the Q grade?
After first Q, you grade for first down.
Or what's the process to go from first Q to that?
There's 3 months of practice after all. Yeah, it depends on the country, but yeah. And I think the minimum level for down is 14? 13, yes. Yeah. Like that. Yes.
Talk about senseis and teachers.
Yes.
Then you talk about coaches.
Well,
There's a subtle difference in my mind between a teacher and a coach. What would be your take on
I think the sensei has kind of like the deeper meaning. It's also, and has a deeper meaning than the teacher. This is just my thinking, but sensei is like the effect from the sensei also like goes outside from the dojo. If a teacher is teaching in the classroom, of course, you learn something that you are using outside, and then coach is maybe mainly for the performance.
it's very difficult to get your motivation and drive back. Are there perhaps advice and guidance you can give on getting back on track faster than maybe than just a longer process?
Yeah, I know, and I'm not an expert because I passed all the grades until Hachidan on the first attempt. So I've been fortunate enough to be, I'm always been like motivated. It's something that people need to solve by themselves. But of course, the society, the club members around you and support. Of course, sometimes I think it's sometimes necessary to step back, like put your kendo into like small pieces, like atoms, and then build up again. But there is no like secret methods to that. Yeah. But just be persistent and keep on. Yes.
Sensei, would you mind sharing your personal goal as to why you kept going? Because you've got so many years that you put in, and I think most of us here, we put it all together, cover the year.
This is a good question. The question is not why you started Kendo, but it's why you continue. I've always been fascinated. I think it was the Japanese culture that was inspiring me. And then it's just Kendo is very difficult. It's very difficult to master. There's always something to correct. It's a challenge. Of course, there is the other thing, but it's wonderful that we can do. We can travel, we can help each other, we can share good moments together. It's a whole a big universe. It's like a network of people. It's really fascinating. I find Kendo also, maybe because I have a background in graphic design and stuff, I find Kendo very beautiful. So it's kind of like pleases the eye.
Should we enjoy it?
You should enjoy it. Of course, it's hard, tiring, but it should be enjoyable.
How much of your process that you described today is for other things in life? Do you think it's applicable to maybe Shiai? Take a similar approach to roll up to an event?
Yes, of course. Yeah, you can use it for everything. Like figuring out the time and resources, and then just make it into small tasks and things to do. Yeah, for Shiai, for sure. Yes. And with the Shiai, you also deal with kind of emotional stress and a bit similar than training. So, yeah, for sure you.
On the point, we speak about grading Kendo and Shiai Kendo. How do you find, or how can you train in such a way that you're ready for both at all times? And instead of treating them as two separate parts of the journey?
Well, I strongly believe that you should do standard good straight Kendo also in Shiai. They are not two separate things. And you should have a solid basic skills and kihon techniques, and then apply them in Shiai. So they are not two separate things. You see many people taking the Shiai very seriously. After they get a little bit older, there is no Shia anymore, then they lose interest and they stop. It's a pity. I mean, if you invest many years of your life, like developing the skill, why not continue? There's other aspects also, like Shia. Many other aspects.
Since I've seen high level, sometimes champion Kendos not actually making grade when they take grade. There's something to be said in the mindset or mentality between Shia and Shita grading.
Yeah, I've discussed with a couple of Hachida sensei, well, how they were in a Tokuren. They were that kind of a player, and they just like said that they needed to change their mindset a little bit, like getting out, like lose all the bad habits that can be developed during the long Shia career, talking and stuff like that.
I think that was a very good point. I think a lot of times we adapt our Kendo for Shia. We abandon the basics, and then we get so used to fighting in a particular way that it's not proper.
Yeah. Okay, you can be a champion for one day with that, but does it like support your development in the long run?
Like I said, I've seen champions not ready.
Yes.
They take the same Shia mentality.
Yeah. In gradings, you're supposed to show good standard. So it's you show that you understand what is the solid good Kendo. This is the idea. That's what the jury is looking for, so that you understand. Okay, but it's not Shia. You are not going there to win. Win like in win like Shia. Of course, you go there for after any form, but you need to do it in a good way.
Correct.
Yes.
Question. Generally, there's like frustration and confusion in members around exactly what they should do for Nidan or Kodan or whatever. It's like if you do exactly those 4 things, you've got it. Any comments on that?
Yes. There is no things that should be done in order to. I mean, I've heard a lot of this kind of like myths that you must wait 10 seconds and then you make a loud kia in Nanadan or Hachinan. That's like or Nidan waza. You don't need to do kotemen in order to pass Nidan or Sandan waza for Sandan. No. It's always in relation with your opponent. And if this is missing, then it's very difficult to pass. And this is it. Once you proceed to Godan, Rokudan, Nanadan, Hachidan, this is really something. There needs to be the connection. So you are acting accordingly. Your opponent does something, and then you make so it's always the ID, the mutual test of your energy. So there is no. If you hit men, just basic men, that's it. You can hit kote, it's like you just show good Kendo. That's enough. There's no secret methods.
last one.
Yes.
So I'm sure you studied a lot towards your Hachidan. And just in the same question, what do you think are some of the key components in your mind that will allow you to get Hachidan? Sure.
I think it's this this connection with your opponent. Yeah. And the margins are really small. I mean, and you just must. I mean, yeah. On a good day, you can pass if you have a connection. If you do a nice ippon and show a big fighting spirit. But it's really difficult on a very like stressful situation to get the best out of the performance. Last time on the day when I was taking 4 people fast out of 926. It's like, okay. Most of those who pass, they are like professionals. They have been dealing with this kind of like stress. They have been maybe having a long competition area. They are used to this kind of like situation. So maybe they can get the best out of those kind of like situations. Yeah.
But nonetheless, I'm sure some of them were repeating.
Yes, yeah. Well, I once saw in 2019. This is maybe we should end up soon. But I saw beautiful grading in Kyoto. The second round. The guy, he hit one Devana man on the first match of the second round. Then on the second match, one Devana. That was it. 2 men's strikes. That was enough. But it's the lifelong practice.
I've just been looking about the empty mind, and your best kendo will appear when you're in an empty mind.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
how do you get there?
That's the question. Sometimes you have this kind of like flow experience. I had it last November. I was very, very nervous the whole week. I flew to Japan 1 week before the test. I was very nervous. Then on the day of the grading, I went for a run in the morning just to wake up. And suddenly, some sort of like calmness came into to me. And it lasted the whole day. I don't know what happened. I was really calm. Magic.
Sensei, just to sum it up, in terms of the different grades, band grades,
Yes.
is there 3 common factors that the judging panel is looking for that you would give us as 3?
3. Maybe Ume can answer. It's. This is dangerous. If I answer now, you're okay. It's. I'm just speaking for myself. I try to see the whole picture. How this person is behaving. What is the figure, the manners, the style, the atmosphere, the energy, and then it's not like we're not looking for mistakes. We're looking for signs that this person understands.
Can we do a time thing?
Yeah.
Is one last question? Anyone have one last question?
Okay.
Can I just do a check with my friends from RIVONIA and RKC? Plans for dinner tonight? What is our time check for this evening?
7:30.
You there 7:30?
7:30. That's just
Okay, so we can finish at 8 and then get there. Okay.
7:45.
So it's called Tokyo's at.
No.
It's a Wiener.
Oh, it's a beer now.
So is squeezing in an 7 to 8 not possible? Okay, if you could stall, please.
Please.
Yeah, sorry that it
I wanna
took a
practice
little bit longer than expected. Okay, good. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you get something.